I wanted to share with you what is in my makeup bag, because I've seen a few other people do it, and I really like watching kind of what you use in your makeup routines, what works best for your skin and stuff like that. And I find it sometimes really helpful to kind of get inspo from that. So I thought that I would share my makeup bag with you guys, just in case you get any inspo from it. I mean, I am no pro at makeup in the slightest, but yeah, you might find it interesting. So basically, my everyday look is I go for something quite minimalistic and quite natural. I just think that that's kind of the look that suits me best. I will show you kind of what my everyday makeup is, and then I'll also show you some other bits that I use if I want to dress up a little bit for like the evenings or like going out or whatever. So first, I moisturize my face, because if I don't basically my skin, it's quite like, it can be quite dry. So if I was to put foundation straight onto my skin, you know, like throughout the day, you know, when you do see dry skin, I don't know, and with foundation on, it would just, yeah, that combo, it just wouldn't look good. So, and also I find it can be a little bit uncomfortable as well. Like when you smile and then you get like smile creases and so we try and avoid that. I've been using this Sephora concealer since I actually got it when I went to New York a few years ago. It is like one of the best concealers, if not the best concealer I have used ever. Bold statement. I just think it's so good. I think obviously the whole point of using concealer is to like cover up any blemishes or spots or anything like that, and I feel like this does the job to a T, if you're going to be able to see that. But yeah, so I use this. It's kind of like a thickish consistency, but I think that's kind of the consistency you want when using concealer, because if it's too thin, it doesn't like stick, and it doesn't even cover up, and it doesn't even do the job it's meant to do. And then I will use the Rimmel London concealer, but I use this for under my eyes because it's a little bit lighter, and I find that sometimes I can have like, you know, kind of like dark circles under my eyes, which can make you look really tired and stuff. Just like a brush, and I literally will just go like that under my eyes. Okay, yeah, so I quite like this actually. It's NYX and it's a matte powder foundation. And then you've got the little like padder. So you just add it on like that. And then I just kind of like gently kind of go over some of my face with it. Like if any of the areas of my face kind of get shiny or anything like that, I will usually cover it with this, because yeah, I don't want my face to be beaming all day. That's the whole point why we have highlighter. And then I use bronzer. So I really like this bronzer, and it's pretty obvious because of how much is left in the bronzer. So it's Estee Lauder. Yeah, I mean, there's not really that much left, which I'm quite sad about. And I also like the fact that it's got such a big mirror for when you are out and about. And I literally can't even see what colour it is because it's so, but I'll try and tag as much in the comment bit below. But I use just a normal brush. And I think, you know, many people can just put bronzer in certain areas of their face. However, because I do have quite a pale complexion, and especially if I haven't tanned, I do like to add like a little bit of colour to my face. So I will bronze my whole face. And also don't forget your ears and your neck, just to kind of like blend that in. Countless of times when I was younger, I would literally have like a line, and I thought my makeup was literally like but my mum must have looked at me and been like, what the? But anyway, We've learnt from that time. So yeah, I use this all over my face, and then I just kind of go over a little bit more. I don't cake it on, but I just go over a little bit more, like here, my nose, my forehead a little bit. I mean, if I feel like I want to, you know, add a little bit of a glow, I use the Becca highlighter palette. Again, I got this when I was in New York a few years ago. So good. If you are on the hunt for a highlighter, this I 100% recommend. It's just like, you can get different shades. Yeah, Champagne Pop. Really, really pretty. And I just have like a smaller brush. I don't use the same brush as my bronzer because we don't mix. I add it to my nose and like the top of my lip line, just so it makes it a little bit more visible with the lip line, just adds a little bit of a shimmer. I add it to my cheekbones, and then I also add the tiniest bit to just above my eyebrow. You can see that it's just like adds a little bit of extra. Yeah, and then I use mascara. So I don't use eyeliner because I've just never really got the hack of doing it. I feel like I do one eye, which looks sick, and then I do the other eye and it looks completely different. And then I just get stressed out, and so yeah, I don't even bother doing it. And also I do like to go for a bit more of a natural look, so yeah, I avoid that. I just use any old mascara, I'm not that fussy. I usually like the ones with thicker bristles as opposed to the tiny little stubby plasticky ones, because I feel like those ones don't really get the length that I want. But to be honest, I don't really massively like using mascara because I always feel like it gets underneath my eyes. So I usually get my eyelashes done. We'll go for like hybrid. But yeah, I find that it's so much less faff in the morning and I feel like it looks a lot better for me. But yeah, when I haven't got them done, I use mascara. And then sometimes I will add a little bit of lipstick. I really like this one actually. It is matte 703 Runway Hit. I really like it. It's kind of like a subtle, bit darker than coral. It's not like really more like liquidy. I find some can be quite liquidy and like they just come off within like an hour, whereas this is really good and it sticks. So I like that. But basically, in a nutshell, that is my everyday makeup look. Those are the kind of things that I use. On top of that, if I'm going out in the evening, like going out or going for dinner or whatever, then I will add the following. I mean, I said earlier that these kind of foundation-y bits are what I use to set my face. But if my face is having an off day and I'm going out, then I will use the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I use this. It is the Desert Beige. I love it. I think especially when my skin, basically I used to have really bad skin. I used to have really bad acne. I was very self-conscious of it, so I like to cover up any blemishes or any spots I had in the slightest. And this is very, well, double wear, so it is kind of, quite thick. So be careful not to like put huge layers on your face because it will be very obvious. But it is amazing for like getting that kind of like flawless complexion. So yeah, if I am having a little bit of an off day with my skin, I will use this. And recently I have been using something like this. And it's basically just kind of like a brush, but it's not as like flimsy as maybe this, where it's a little bit like you can move the hairs a bit more, if any of that makes sense. It's kind of more tightly compacted. So I use this, I will put a bit of this on this, and I will literally just kind of like So before I do my mascara, or if I've got my lashes on, I will use my eyeshadow palette. Now, I literally love this eyeshadow palette. It's the Revolution. Yeah, it's the large one. There are kind of like different colours and, you know, shades and like sizes you can get. But I went for the big one because I like to have a choice depending on kind of like what the event is. I love the pinks. Like some of them are all quite glittery. So yeah, I kind of like love this pink, love that pink. I love this one over here. I love the golds as well. And then I also like the kind of like more corally orange kind of colours as well. I think just like mixing it up a little bit, like I don't know, I just go a bit rogue when I do my eyeshadow. I do something different every single time, but I will put that on with an eyeshadow brush. So I will do that, and I usually kind of do it on my eyelid, and then I also do kind of like a different colour here and here, and it's usually more of like a sparkly lighter colour, just to make your eyes glisten a little bit more. Actually also love recently this, so it's Ted Baker Lip and Cheek Tint, and it basically looks like this. I don't use it for my cheeks. I don't use blusher for my cheeks because I feel like I do have that pale complexion already, and I sometimes do naturally get rosy cheeks anyway, so I don't feel like if I were to add to that, I'd probably look like I'm having a hot flush all the time. So yeah, I avoid that, but I really like it for my lips. I literally just kind of like plump it on. I love this. Last but not least, before I head out the house, I just add a little bit of perfume. And I really like this one from Zara. Zara do these kind of like smaller travel perfumes, and I think they are so handy, especially if you're going away traveling, because they're only 10 ml and obviously you can only take like 100 ml. So this is super handy. And it smells amazing, but I just add a little bit behind the ear, and then I also add it. Oh my god, that is the first time I've put perfume on since being in lockdown, and it smells amazing. But yeah, that is basically my makeup in a nutshell, kind of like my everyday natural look as opposed to also my evening look. But I will try and tag as much of it down below in the comments. I mean, I hope you found this useful, got a little bit of inspo from it. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I mean, if you like it, then I can kind of do a few more videos like this, but just let me know. But yeah, I hope you all have a lovely week, and I will see you for the next video.